Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Officials from Ukraine said that the Ukrainian Navy struck a Russian tugboat in the Black Sea with a Harpoon anti-ship missile system provided by the West. The strike on the tugboat is the first time Ukrainian officials have acknowledged deploying the Harpoon systems, which have been sent by the UK and Denmark. The U.S. said this week it would donate 2 additional American-made Harpoon systems to Ukraine as part of a $1 billion military assistance package. The Ukrainian Navy said the boat was transporting ammunition, weapons, and personnel from the Black Sea Fleet to Snake Island off the Ukrainian coast. Russians seized the island on the first day of the invasion, but Ukraine recently has beaten Russian forces there after sinking the Russian cruiser Moskva, which had provided air defense. Russian officials have yet to comment. Last week, U.S. regulators authorized the first COVID-19 shots for infants and preschoolers. The green light for this paves the way for vaccinations for children under 5 to begin this week. The Food and Drug Administration's emergency use authorization last Friday follows a unanimous recommendation by its advisory panel. The kid-sized shots are made by Moderna and Pfizer. The FDA's actions allow companies to begin shipping millions of pre-ordered doses across the country. The nation's COVID vaccination campaign began with adults in late 2020, about a year into the coronavirus pandemic. The CDC plans to evaluate it on an ongoing basis. The level of COVID-19 transmission levels have gone down significantly over the past month. According to the CDC, Hampden County is currently the only Massachusetts county that has high transmission levels of COVID-19. This number is down from 11 counties just last month. Hampshire and Dukes County, which takes up Martha's Vineyard and other smaller islands, are at a medium risk, while the rest of the state's 14 counties were rated as having low transmission levels. For more information, you can visit covid.cdc.gov/COVID data tracker. The state is still monitoring and reporting health trends. Yesterday, over 32,000 molecular tests were conducted and 1,636 new positive cases were reported. Currently, 458 people are hospitalized in Massachusetts and 28 are in the ICU. 35 new deaths were also reported. The town of Braintree also continues to monitor COVID data from the state. In the last week, the town hall hasn't reported any new positive cases. The town hall website currently shows a total of 10,564 positive cases since the start of the pandemic. There have been no new fatalities reported in 3 weeks, keeping Braintree's total deaths at 137. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
The COVID-19 vaccine doesn't contain the virus, so you can't get COVID from the shot. You may experience things like muscle aches, fever, or tiredness, but these are most likely signs that your body is building immunity to protect against the virus. Learn more.
Welcome back. Now let's get right into the latest news coming out of Braintree. The final beam that will complete the framework of the new South Middle School has been raised after being signed by students and town officials. Last Friday, the topping off ceremony was held for the town's first newly constructed school building in a half-century. Many town officials attended the ceremony, including former Braintree Mayor Joseph Sullivan, who was involved at the start of the process to build a new South Middle School, as well as renovate and expand East Middle School. Also in attendance was Braintree Chief of Staff and Braintree School Building Committee Chairperson Nicole Taub, Massachusetts School Building Authority CEO Jim McDonald, Braintree Mayor Charles Kokoris, Massachusetts School Building Authority Executive Director Jack McCarthy, and State Senator Walter Timilty. The next task will be pouring the concrete slabs that will support the floors. They hope to have the building enclosed by mid-December, so work on the interior can continue through the winter. The building is scheduled to be completed next summer before the opening of school. Kate Naughton, the services coordinator for Mayor Charles Kokoris, is helping to organize a unique effort to strengthen the fabric of the community while providing support to Ukrainian refugees. a call to knit Afghans. Naughton said a couple of constituents came into the mayor's office with an idea of knitting Afghans for refugees in Ukraine in the blue and yellow colors of their flag. The Afghans are meant to not only provide warmth, but also a sense of home and normalcy to lives and families shattered by Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Naughton is currently trying to get the word out to knowledgeable knitters to help. For more information on the stitch pattern, you can visit the Braintree patch post Braintree Knits Community Together through Ukraine Afghan Drive. There is also a donation box at Braintree Town Hall at 1 John F. Kennedy Memorial Drive. For any questions, you can email Naughton at knaughton@braintreema.gov. A year after Canine Kit's death in the line of duty, his partner, Officer William Cushing, established the Canine Kit Foundation to help train, equip, and raise awareness for canine teams nationwide. The foundation will provide relief for violently injured canine teams across the country, raise awareness, continue the education and training of handlers, and ensure teams are properly equipped. It will also connect community members interested in supporting canine teams with those officers. In a statement, Cushing said, quote, "Kit was a one-of-a-kind warrior who gave his life defending me and my fellow officers. It is in his memory and the warrior mentality he instinctively possessed that we are forming this foundation to aid other canine teams nationwide," end quote. You can follow at Canine Kit Foundation on Facebook and Instagram for more information and to donate to the Canine Kit Foundation. Visit caninekitfoundation.com or Venmo at Canine Kit Foundation. The Braintree Farmers Market began its outdoor season last Saturday on June 18th. The market will run from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Saturday now through October 15th at the Braintree Town Hall. More than 30 vendors will be participating in this year's markets, offering everything from local produce, meat and fish to foods, wine, and personal care items. The Farmers Market also offers a virtual market that operates every Saturday through market2dayapp.com. And you can visit BraintreeFarmersMarket.org for more information. The annual Braintree Day Parade will be taking place this Saturday, June 25th, beginning at 10:45 a.m. The parade sets off from the R&V parking lot and proceeds north on Hancock Street, which turns into Washington Street through South Braintree Square, and continues north on Washington Street to end at the Hollis Elementary School. Be sure to join the celebration and enjoy food from various food truck vendors, music beginning at 4 p.m. featuring DJ Ed Kelly, Jeff Rosen Music, and that Motown band with special guest Garfield Fleming. And be sure to check out the best and biggest fireworks celebration taking place at 9:30 p.m. BCAM TV will be there to cover the parade live on our public channel, Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon Channel 28. We will also be streaming on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/BCAMTV. For more information, you can visit BraintreeForth.org. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Mosquitoes are out. Protect yourself from mosquito bites and the illnesses they can cause, like Triple E and West Nile virus. When outdoors, use an EPA-approved repellent and wear protective clothing. Learn more at mass.gov/mosquitoes and ticks.
Welcome back. Last Friday, the Boston Police Department conducted a series of active shooter drills at a school in the North End. Unfortunately, the drill seemed more real than intended and caused a scare for those listening to the broadcast on scanners. Chatter on the scanner during the first drill described mass casualties being inflicted by a shooter on a rooftop in the North End. Dispatchers participating in the drills called out that multiple 911 calls reported a shooter with a high-powered rifle. Dispatchers identified the calls as a drill, but only once and only at the beginning of the script that lasted about 13 minutes. There were approximately 8 minutes of empty airtime between the announcement of the drill and the broadcast of the first scenario's details. Boston Public Schools scrambled to contact families at 12:33 p.m., saying that rumors of an active shooter are false and explaining that police have been conducting several active shooter drills. Boston Mayor Michelle Wu said the city normally provides a public notification prior to in-person police simulations, but there was no in-person component to these drills. Wu said, quote, "This was a simulation, but we will be much more careful even in small internal simulations to be clear about that," end quote. The Sumner Tunnel in Boston began its first week in closure this past Friday as MassDOT began extensive rehabilitation on the 87-year-old tunnel. The work will shut the underground tunnel that runs one way from East Boston to downtown Boston from 11 p.m. Friday night through Monday morning at 5 a.m. for 36 weekends. Thousands of motorists who use the tunnel on a given day will be rerouted to the Ted Williams Tunnel or on a winding detour into Revere and Chelsea. MassDOT will completely close the Sumner for 4 months between May and September of 2023 in the project's second phase, then shut it once again for a still unspecified number of weekends in the fall and winter of the next year in Phase 3. MassDOT officials said many repairs are needed as the tunnel was built in the 1930s. Officials said the project will lead to detours and delays for north of Boston and East Boston commuters, as well as many Logan Airport travelers. Drivers traveling downtown from Logan or other parts of East Boston will be diverted to the Ted Williams Tunnel, while those headed for I-93 northbound will be asked to follow Route 1A north to Revere's Bell Circle Rotary, then wind through Chelsea and over the Tobin Bridge to reach the interstate. Plymouth Pride is returning this year in a day-long festival at Nelson Park from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Sunday, June 26th. Plymouth Pride began as a colorful entry into the 2019 July 4th parade. Plymouth Pride president and founder Nicole O'Brien said this year will be bigger than expected. The festival will also feature a wedding, drag story time, and Pride-themed pet costume contest. Plymouth Pride also highlights groups on its website for people who have LGBTQ+ family members or friends, such as the local chapter of PFLAG, which meets the fourth Monday of each month at the First Parish Church in Duxbury. The South Shore Alliance of Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual, and Transgendered Youth also meet at the First Parish Church the second and fourth Monday of each month. For more information, you can visit their website at PlymouthPrideInc.com and their Facebook page at Plymouth Pride. After 5 years, Quincy has finally provided concrete plans for housing its animal shelter near the dog park on Quarry Street. During a recent meeting to discuss the proposal, some counselors voiced that they understood the need for the facility, but the cost was hard to justify. While others said the project was a no-brainer, the proposal includes a $15 million construction plan and a $1 million build-out of a temporary space to house the shelter while the new facility is built. The new shelter building will be a 1.75-acre site next to the Quincy Dog Park, which is largely cleared and ready for construction. The proposal includes several animal holding areas inside, 4 outdoor exercise areas, and a green roof, which would be accessible by foot from Quarry Street because the lot is on a steep hillside. Quincy's Public Buildings Director Paul Hines said it is expected to take about 18 months and could start as soon as September. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Protect yourself from mosquito and tick bites. Use an EPA-approved repellent anytime you're outdoors. Spray it on your hands first, then spread it on your face, neck, arms, and legs. Learn more at mass.gov/mosquitoes and ticks.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now here are some new movie and binge-worthy show recommendations. First up, after nearly 2 years, The Umbrella Academy finally released Season 3 last Wednesday on June 22nd. At the end of The Umbrella Academy Season 2, the Hargreaves family returned to their original timeline that they left in Season 1, only to learn that their actions in 1960s Dallas meant that Reginald Hargreaves decided not to adopt them. Luther, Diego, Allison, Klaus, Five, and Victor learn that they have been replaced by a new group of superheroes who are part of the Sparrow Academy. The Sparrow Academy, like the Umbrellas, consists of 7 superheroes, including their late sibling Ben, who is now alive and part of the Sparrow Academy, though he is quite different to the brother they knew and loved. Season 3 will see the characters not only deal with each other, but also a phenomenon known as the Kugelblitz, which starts destroying things in the universe by sucking it into a makeshift black hole. Season 3 consists of 10 episodes in total, and these will all be available to watch on Netflix. Next in entertainment, the latest season of Peaky Blinders was finally made available to stream in the US. In 1919, Britain is a mixture of despair and hedonism, with returning soldiers, newly minted revolutions, and criminal gangs who are fighting for survival in a nation rocked by economic upheaval after the Great War. One of the most powerful gangs, the Peaky Blinders, is run by returning war hero Thomas Shelby and his family, though Thomas has bigger ambitions than just running the streets. He recognizes an opportunity to advance in the world because crime may pay, but legitimate business pays better. Trying to rid Britain of its crimes is Inspector Chester Campbell, who arrives from Belfast to try to achieve that goal. You can watch Season 6 of Peaky Blinders on Netflix. And finally, Warner Brothers has released Elvis, an epic big screen spectacle that explores the life and music of Elvis Presley, starring Austin Butler and Oscar winner Tom Hanks. Elvis's story is seen through the prism of his complicated relationship with his enigmatic manager, Colonel Tom Parker. As told by Parker, the film delves into the complex dynamic between the two, spanning over 20 years, from Presley's rise to fame to the unprecedented stardom, against the backdrop of the evolving cultural landscape and loss of innocence in America. Elvis can be seen in theaters starting Friday, June 24th. That'll do it for news today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.